All right, everyone, welcome to another episode of Psychonaut Sessions, your home for all things psycho. This is your host, Daniel Muller, and today we're going to take a look at ULF Maverick Street City Nights. I've been waiting for this book forever. One of the first books on this channel that I reviewed was Rubber Wolf's ULF Maverick, created, written, drawn by Tony Fero, who is a great friend in the comics community. The minute I read ULF Maverick the first time, I completely fell in love. I immediately wanted to just own everything that Tony Fero ever created, and I just can't get enough. So before going into this, um, I do want to state that I love the big pink border. He created the last Ulf Maverick with a sort of similar sort of border that was indicative of the Silver Wolf comics from the '80s, and that's kind of Tony's whole point. Ulf Maverick came to him in a dream, and he woke up from this dream having to just kind of write down whatever he could to kind of remember some of the concepts. And this character was really supposed to be referential to a lot of the like action heroes of the '80s, but the kind of grit and gritty ones that really, in the sense, they're not actually very smart, and they're actually like complete just dumbasses. Like they're idiots. They don't really consider other people's feelings. They're just like complete assholes. And Ulf Maverick is like that, but he's not like mean. He's not trying to be rude. He's just a very unintelligent, very insecure guy who happens to get this, like, who's on this path. So we do get a little bit of change from the last Ulf Maverick, and the way that the border is laid out, and the title. It's pretty cool. I like it. The yellows really are not showing up here, I don't think, on the screen as much as they should live, but they really help make all this pop. I love the way that the logo of Street City Nights, the subtitle, is bleeding into the image itself, and then you get the typical like blue pop of cover against the pink, just like we had in the first Ulf Maverick, which I don't know why, but I love. I love so much. Um, so here we go. Tony Fero. So Tony Fero is a rocker. He plays bass in a band called Mazinga, and everything about this and all of his works just scream rock and roll. He's drawn numerous rock posters, rock album covers, and that's what we got here. And we got your like very '80s, just hardcore, dirty city. He's listening to a police scanner, and just waiting to kind of get on his quote unquote Casey Jones outfit, to go out and tear up some bad guys. So he goes into this theater. It's obviously, an adult movie theater, and there's this horrible guy who kidnapped this little girl, who's bringing her in there to just be horribly nasty. And of course, Ulf's gonna go in and fucking take him out, because he is a good guy. He is a good guy. But as he's about ready to, somebody bursts into the theater, and it's, some crazy chick with mohawk and eye patch, and the horrible pervert dude gets scared off. And here we've got the two of them trying to figure out, well, wait a minute, what I was going to be, rescuing the girl. No, we were going to. What the hell? Now the bad guy got away, and they start arguing, and he kicks her, um, which, because again, he's just kind of like, he's just really thick-headed and doesn't like think well, and he takes the girl. Thinking it's like, well, I'm gonna go, I'm rescuing her. So he like fights the lady to take the girl away. So he's actually even kidnapping her, but he goes through the back alley and then gets interrupted, or not intercepted by this gal's gang. So Really, this is really cool. So we still get some aspects of like the pigs still exist, like actual pigs, pig people are a gang of people that exist in this neighborhood and or in this city. And these girls are trying to band together to kind of like rescue girls, from harm and whatnot. So I'm just going to say a few things, and here we've got the pigs coming in again. That gang. Let's talk a little bit about the art. I'm not gonna, I'm going to go a little bit more less into the story now because I want everybody to go out and buy. So the first Old Maverick, he definitely worked brush all the way through. I think I remember him saying that, and all of the zip-tone sort of pointillated dots, the shades, the tones, were all done digitally. It looks like he's using brush again, although I don't know if he's using some brush from a digital standpoint. That's something I would love to kind of talk with him about. There is something that feels different about this, that because he's definitely come in way more with the tones, and they're just crazy. Like he's trying to get like the grittiness of this like city environment like down, and really dig in deep, which is cool, man. I love it. He doesn't have it in newsprint paper like the first Ulf Maverick, but he at least got kind of like this shade tone to where it at least even looks like. It's hard to get things done in newsprint. Like you have to have the right printer and whatnot. So I completely understand. So as the pigs come in and start fighting with Ulf Maverick and these girls who are having to team up, we get this kind of like voodoo pig who shoots some magic dust, and he starts tripping out, and we get color being introduced. So he starts hallucinating hardcore, and then we get into kind of a montage of in the next few pages of the lady from the first one, from the first Wolf Maverick that he fell in love with, and she ended up becoming a stripper because he was like, "You look so pretty, you could be a stripper," because he's dumb. He just doesn't. And so we get this like him having to reconcile this death in the next few pages. But it's really cool the way Tony has like taken this black and white concept and started introducing color to it. It looks great. The whole thing is fucking fabulous. Again, I don't want to flip through the rest of it because I want you to go buy it because you should. And this killed me. I about wanted to just drop him over, pass out. I was like, "What? This isn't. You're not serious, right?" And Tony Fero said, "Yeah, no, fucking for real. We're making an Ulf Magic soundtrack." And I just, yes, I cannot fucking wait. Cannot fucking wait. And I need to go just buy myself a tape player just so I can fucking own the tape. Because hella, God, thank you, Tony Fero. I love musical supplements to comics. I like it when people do that, when they make their own kind of like at least playlist or something like that, or oh, you should really listen to this album whenever you read this comic because greatly influenced me. But to just make your own fucking soundtrack, and again, Tony Fero is a rocker. Here's Whip Bats. I'll have to find out from Tony. I know Mazinga is his band. I'm not entirely certain about Whip Bats, but what's cool is that, and here's the gals on the back coming up in Ulf Maverick 2. But what's cool about this, here's his band Mazinga. I don't want to give a lot away, but Ulf Maverick and the girls are going to have to team up, and they're going to Ann Arbor, Michigan, and there's going to be a team up with, coming up soon, 21st Century A Big Spider, as well as other characters in the Rubber Wolf universe. We're basically going to get a Rubber Wolf universe, just freaking Secret Wars or whatever, where all of his characters are going to combine. And if you haven't picked up 21st Century A Big Spider yet, you need to do so. He's got the graphic novel of all of them out there. It's incredible stuff. So please go out there and do that. Just I can't tell you how much of a fan I am of ULF Maverick. It's everything I want out of a comic book, and Tony Fero always delivers. So can't wait for the rest. Tony Fero, I'm just going to give you access to the routing number and the account number of my checking account, because you might as well at this point. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. You can find in the link description, a link to Rubber Wolf, as I'm fumbling over my words. Go out there and buy it. Buy 21st Century A Big Spider. And everyone out there, stay safe and keep it psycho.